The largest study of brain trauma in football players reveals the risk to players of all ages. Researchers at Boston University examined the brains of 111 deceased NFL players. They found signs of the disease CTE in 110.
Families of the former players donated the brains after they suspected injuries. The study also found evidence of CTE in college players and younger athletes, too. Our Dr. David Agus is in Los Angeles with the latest. David, boy, these results are very disturbing. So a couple of things. How big a deal is this? And how concerned should football players be and the people that love them be concerned about this?
These are big questions, and so certainly this is the largest study done to look at brains of football players. 1928 was the first description called punch drunk syndrome of boxers who were repeatedly hit in the head. And about a decade ago, it was described, this CTE, in football players. Now what we're seeing is that these repetitive head blows cause neurodegeneration, or the accumulation of a protein called tau in the brain, and as it progresses, as the person ages, it gets more severe and more symptoms happen.
So how concerned should people be about this?
Very concerned. We're seeing it in high school football players. Yeah. And as you get to college, the numbers go up dramatically, and in the pros, the numbers went to 99%. So this is a major issue. And if a child is going to play football, what we think, at least the data point to, the earlier you start, the more of a chance of this happening, then certainly we need to pay attention here. So we need to change the rules or to figure out ways to protect them.
The NFL says it will, quote, continue to work with a wide range of experts to improve the health of current and former NFL athletes, and that there are still many unanswered questions about what leads to long-term effects from head trauma. Is that enough from the NFL?
Well, a year ago, the NFL, admitted that CTE can be, caused by repetitive head trauma in football. And so I like that step forward, but I think a lot more needs to be done. We need to reassess the rules, the protective headgear. We need to look at ways that we can actually prevent the progression from trauma to this CTE. And maybe there are medicines that can reduce inflammation in the brain. We need to really take an aggressive stance, because football's not going to go away, but we need to allow the football players to live a long and normal life.
It's interesting because Hall of Fame quarterback Ken Stabler's brain was also examined for this study. The New York Times has that picture. You can see it actually on their website, too. And it shows moderate CTE. But what was interesting to me about that is this affects quarterbacks, too.
No question about it. You see in his picture here, that brown in the bottom corner is the accumulation of the protein of tau. If you put a normal brain there, you would only see the really light color, not the dark brown. And it's the repetitive head trauma, so it doesn't need to be a concussion. What we think is just multiple repetitive head traumas. Football players quarterbacks keep getting knocked down during the drain. You see there the normal brain on the left and the severe CTE on the right. That protein, or tau, is accumulated. So in this study, there was even a punter that was shown to have CTE.
Wow. All right, Dr. David Agus, more on this matter. Thank you so much.